staying in good shape physically and kind of being prepared to play, I felt that responsibility because I felt like it was for the university. I knew we were high profile for the university, and I just felt like, okay, we need to take this very seriously because, I mean, you want to represent your blue and gold. And so I always took it very, very seriously, preparing and making sure that we did as well as we possibly could every time we went, especially on big stages.
And then senior year, it just all, for you individually,
yeah, it came together beautifully. Yeah, we had, we played some really high-profile games. I think we started the year against NC State at the Tip-Off Classic, and we got to play Kentucky, and I had a real good game at Kentucky. So it all kind of came together in a nice way. And then my last game of my senior year, we played Michigan in the NCAA tournament, and I scored 50 points in that game, and so that really set the stage for kind of the expectations. NCAA tournament, even today, the March Madness is madness. It's fantastic, and so yeah, I was hyped to be on that stage.
Wooden Award, Naismith Award, College Basketball Player of the Year. I mean, that's for this kid who showed up at Navy with no real ambition to be in the NBA. Yeah. Despite what his dad told him. That's incredible.
But you can't really judge, like, especially back then, because all the games weren't on TV. Like, now you can watch everybody, and you can watch whoever you want to. But at the time, I mean, how could I compare myself against guys from the Pac-12 or, from the Big East or something? I don't know. I didn't see those guys all the time. So getting those awards was really a surprise for me. It was.
But you believed in you. You knew by then you were.
Yeah, at that point, I knew I could play with that level of competition.
So at this point, the NBA dream is more realistic, and I'm wondering if you're thinking, or is it?
Well, you know what? Once I made that commitment to the Navy, it was no longer in my hands. It was in their hands whether they would let me actually go and play pro basketball.
Yeah, because it's kind of a double-edged sword here. Do they want to hold you to
the five-year commitment? Yeah.
Or do they want to promote the academy by letting this superstar at some point broker a deal or give a deal and say, okay, now you go into the NBA?
I mean, and there were people on both sides of that coin. I mean, obviously, the tax-paying public pays a lot of money per student to go to for the academies, and a lot of the older school people were thinking, we paid for that kid to go to school. We're not going to let him get out of the Navy. He needs to serve. But then there were some other people thinking, well, he's the best example of what we have. If we really want to get out there and show people what the Naval Academy is about, we should put him out there. I guess the brass got together and figured out, you're probably better off for us if you're out there. And so they made my commitment a 2-year active duty commitment and a 6-year reserve instead of a 5 active and a 1-year reserve.
You've got this commitment to the Navy hanging over your head, and any team that picks you has your commitment to the Navy hanging over their head.
Yeah.